All right, so think about Lululemon, right? You walk in, you feel all those Zen vibes, the stylish clothes,
Hmm.
but then you see the price tags.
Yeah, those price tags. Premium.
Premium is right. But get this. There's a crazy story behind all that perfectly curated image.
Oh, yeah.
A massive shoplifting ring was targeting them.
No way. Seriously.
Yeah, and we're not just talking like a few leggings here and there.
Like full on.
Full on. This was a professional operation. Millions of dollars in stolen merchandise.
Millions. Wow. That takes some serious organization.
That's what's so wild. This wasn't just some random shoplifters. This was coordinated, like across state lines.
That's crazy. That level of planning, that's like almost a legitimate business, but, in reverse.
Exactly. And thankfully, this podcast, Lululemon from No Brainer Biz, they did a whole episode breaking it all down.
Oh, cool.
So today we're going to do a deep dive into how these thieves pulled it off,
I can.
why they were so successful for so long, and what it all means for the future of retail. You ready?
Definitely. Hit me with it.
Okay, so first things first. How did they actually do it? This wasn't your typical, shove it in your bag and run situation.
Yeah, you're right. Like, how do you even begin to steal millions of dollars worth of stuff?
Well, picture this. Teams of thieves hitting multiple stores. Not just like one here or there, but like a coordinated attack.
Whoa, strategic.
Totally. They were clearing out entire shelves of merchandise, and then just like that, they were gone.
Poof. Vanished until they hit the next location.
Exactly. And over just 2 years, get this, they stole an estimated $7 million worth of Lululemon gear.
7 million.
7 million. I mean, that's insane.
Like,
It's like a whole business model.
yeah, but built on stealing. That's wild. And I bet that kind of loss, it's got to impact Lululemon somehow, right? Like, maybe they'll have to raise prices or double down on their online security.
Oh, for sure. It definitely makes you think about the ripple effect of something like this. I mean, it's not just about the stolen goods, it's about the long-term consequences.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I wonder how they even caught them. Like, was it just one lucky break or was it like a big investigation?
No, this was a full-on investigation. And here's the craziest part. It wasn't just happening in like one city or one state. They were hitting Lululemon stores from Minnesota all the way to Connecticut.
Coast to coast. That's a nationwide operation. I mean, that takes some serious networking, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're talking recruitment, transportation, distribution. I mean, think about the logistics of that.
It's mind-blowing, like a whole, well, a shadow organization almost. They had to move all that merchandise somewhere, right? Like, did they have a secret warehouse or something?
Well, not exactly. They went digital. All those stolen goods. Straight to online marketplaces.
Smart. Makes
Okay.
it way harder to track.
Super hard. And they didn't just randomly list things. It was super sophisticated, fake accounts exploiting loopholes in those marketplace policies. They were in and out before anyone could catch them.
So they were like ghosts, just popping up online, making a sale, and then vanishing.
Totally. Like a digital shell game.
Wow. But they didn't get away with it forever, right?
Nope. Eventually, the Minnesota Attorney General's office stepped in. They led a big investigation, and guess what?
What?
They indicted 12 people for their roles in this whole thing.
12. So this wasn't just like a few friends who decided to steal some leggings.
No way. This was a whole criminal enterprise with ringleaders and everything.
And that changes the legal game too, right?
Oh, absolutely. This wasn't
Right.
just shoplifting. This was organized crime. So the penalties are way more serious, which shows just how big this whole operation was.
Yeah, and it kind of makes you think, is this just a Lululemon thing or is this happening everywhere? Like, is this the future of retail crime?
Well, that's what's so interesting. Our source, the podcast, they pointed out that this kind of organized retail crime is on the rise. It's not just Lululemon. It's affecting all kinds of businesses.
So this case is like a warning sign almost, a glimpse into what might be coming for the whole industry.
Yeah. Because if they can target a brand like Lululemon with all their security measures, think about what they could do to smaller businesses with even less protection. It's scary.
It really is. So we've talked about the scale of this operation, how organized it was, the whole online resale angle. It's a lot to process. I'm curious, what's the biggest takeaway here for listeners?
Well, I think it shows that the old ways of stopping shoplifting, like security guards and cameras, they might not be enough anymore.
Yeah, and it's not just about catching the thieves after the fact. It's about preventing it in the first place.
Exactly. And that means understanding how these criminals operate, how they're using technology to their advantage. It's like a whole new world of crime out there.
Absolutely. We can't just focus on the physical anymore. It's like this case has exposed a whole new vulnerability in the system,
Yeah.
the intersection of physical stores and online marketplaces. It's a whole new playing field.
It makes you wonder if the rise of online shopping is kind of fueling this kind of activity. Will we see more cases like this in the future?
It's definitely something to think about. I mean, understanding how these operations work, that's the first step to finding solutions, right?
For sure. And I think it's a wake-up call for retailers, for law enforcement, and for all of us as shoppers. I mean, think about it. The next time you buy something online, have you ever considered it might actually be stolen? This case shows how easily it can happen.
Right. It's almost like a hidden cost of online shopping. You think you're getting a great deal, but the reality might be much darker.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
it's a reminder that we all have a role to play in being aware of where our goods are coming from and making sure we're not supporting these criminal enterprises.
It definitely makes you think twice.
For sure.